Yeah, I be in my head late at night, just contemplating all of my goals. Look, will I fold or will I chase them? I got adversity, two options. I can handle it purposefully, or I can let it murder me. But sign up for war, point out the target, show me the giants. Hold your applause, just getting started, sending the lions. Ambition ain't for the weak, I see it before I speak. Ready and willing, is you ready
but
for
I'll
me?
find a way, with or without your end. Oh, you try to make me stay, but there's nothing you can say, 'cause I'll find a way, with or without my sins. Oh, you try to make me stay, now there's nothing you can say, but I'll find a way.
Nah, I ain't looking for handouts, I'm looking to stand out. Got the vision coming, watch how it pans out. I've been writing my plans down, trying to stay focused, put out the notice. Who the GOAT is, me hands down, yeah. No time for arguments, I cut out the politics, no. It's all my competence, I could cause your apocalypse. Ambition, it ain't for the weak, get it even when I sleep. Ready and willing, what you ready
But
to
I'll
say?
find a way, with or without your end. Oh, you try to make me stay, now there's nothing you can say, 'cause I'll find a way, with or without my sins. Oh, you try to make me stay, now there's nothing you can say, but I'll find a way.
Ambition ain't for the weak, I see it before I speak. Ready and willing, is you ready for me?
Oh, you try to make me stay, now there's nothing you can say, 'cause I'll find a way.
I bet on myself. Yeah, I bet on myself.
Yeah, I bet on myself. Yeah, I bet on myself. I don't need you, I do it myself. Yeah, I bet on myself.
I bet on myself. I bet on myself.
Yeah, I bet on myself. Okay, dream so big that they think I'm crazy. Let out the beast, no, they can't tame me. Don't play with me, better mind your business. I cannot stop now, I ain't finished. I'ma keep on going till I got that. Okay, the way that I'ma do it, they can't top that. No way. Critics trying to hate, but I don't talk back, I know that. Plotting on the kid with the bull, tell them all that. I'm the one that I'ma gamble on, I ramble on. I'm about to get my ramble on, and I'm the one they really couldn't get a handle on. Then when they see they missed the boy, they get a tantrum on.
Oh, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen?
Blessings on blessings on blessings. Blessings on blessings on blessings.
You know, when I play that, I just got to play this afterwards. Oh, I love Gabagool.
That shit hits, man. It hits. Good evening.
Gabagool. Good evening.
How y'all doing in here, man? How y'all doing? Good evening.
Happy
Look at that,
Memorial
nice
Day,
and-
by the way.
Nice and
Memorial
early. I'm
Day.
doing very well. Happy Memorial Day to all of you, man. And like Pete shouted out this great country that we live in this morning. Did a great job, brother. If I do say so myself, I got it.
Well, you know,
That's
come on
all.
now. Come on now, brother. You
Oh,
know I got to
geez.
do
Nice
what
tribute.
I got to do to get it done, baby. It's the way we do it over here at the U. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a little Monday designated Spittaz for you
Oh.
guys. I know everybody is excited. They're happy. I've heard people are singing and, you know, dancing on the street.
Dancing in the
which is-
streets.
Dancing in the streets. It's always
I've
a
seen it.
beautiful thing.
I've seen
But ladies and gentlemen, man, we have a lot to talk about today
Yes,
when
sir.
it comes to our New York Yankees. You know, I did a little bit of it this morning, but we're going to do it with a little different flair. That's how we do it here at DS. We do these things
Yes,
a little
sir.
bit different, slightly different, ladies and gentlemen, all right?
Yeah.
The New York Yankees enter play today, Francis. 6 games up in the American League. Here it is right here. These are the numbers. 32-20, while everybody else in the East is just, you know, playing tiddlywinks, so to say. 500 and under. Second best record in the American League East is 26-26 by the Tampa Bay Rays, who are on a 7-3 streak over the last 10 games. They've won 5 in a row. The Yankees, though, got a plus 107 run differential and are 32-20. And in reality, we already know they could be even better than what they are right now. But I'll take this all day. How do you feel about where the Yankees are? Talk to me, brother.
I mean, how do you not feel good about where they are? Even coming off of the Colorado weekend, how do you not feel about where the how do you not feel good about where the Yankees are right now? There's just no way that you look at those standings and don't feel good about yourself. I mean, yesterday I saw a tweet put out that said, at the time at least, that the Yankees were the only team in the division over 500. Look at that cup.
See.
That's an amazing cup. It's a nice cup. Look, I mean, the Yankees have been taking care of business. You can look at, whatever stats you want to look at. You can take whatever section of the team you want to hone in on, wherever you divert your attention. The Yankees are playing well. The starting rotation has been great. I mean, we have two people at the top of it that are pitching out of their minds right now. The lineup finds ways to get it done day in, day out. They just find ways to get it done. It's not always the same people. It's not always the usual suspects, but they find ways to get it done and they don't slump for too long. And then the bullpen, what else can you say? There's been turmoil, there's been ups, there's been downs, it's been kind of a roller coaster, and yet they're kind of rounding out into form as we start, heading towards June, which is what we need. All right. They, whatever happened with the bullpen early on didn't really cost us much, because here we are, May 26th, and the Yankees are up in the division by 6 games and they're playing great baseball. So
Facts.
I don't know how could you not feel good, and all of that, to say all that and remember that there is still a deadline over a month and a half, 2 months away, where they could still potentially improve upon what's already been a phenomenal team to start the year.
Yeah, and according to some reports out there, the Yankees are strongly involved early already in looking to upgrade their team. We're going to get to that, but we do got a super chat from our good friend, Steve All-Pro Pena.
Thank you for being a friend.
He's got that gahabagoo. Sup, Pete Francis Gira. Let's have an all-pro game today. Thanks, Pete. I was able to give those extra tickets to someone in the chat. Salcat, NYYU family. That's how we do it over here at the U, brother. Thank you.
That.
Thank you
Love
for
that.
being a friend.
That just deserved,
Double.
that one right there deserved a little double up. Like, I had to go ahead and then, do a little double up on that one. But ladies and gentlemen, I mean, Francis he's so spot on when he talks about this. I talked about this on All Rise this morning. The Yankees rotation has been phenomenal. When you lose a player like Garrett Cole in your rotation, you're kind of looking around going, oof, this could be pretty ugly. This could get out of hand quickly for our New York Yankees. And Francis, I said this on All Rise. I want to see if you agree with me. This is not a knock on Garrett Cole. It's just not. It's just it's a compliment to Max Fried on how good he's been. I don't remember a Yankee that has signed as a free agent and has done what Max Fried done to start his career as a Yankee. I don't remember one. Now, I think there was a recent, I saw this out there somewhere, that him and Pedro Martinez are the only two pitchers to start 7-0 up until this point with an under 130 ERA. Him and Pedro Martinez.
Wild. I mean, shout out to Pedro. You guys know I love Pedro Martinez, one of my favorite pitchers growing up.
I love Pedro.
Honestly, I mean, what can you say about what Max Fried has done? It's been ridiculous. I mean, it's not a shot to Garrett Cole. I don't think it is. It's just, you got to call a spade a spade. I mean, Max Fried has been out of this freaking world, and with all the pressure, and for some people say, what pressure? What are you talking about? Right? We know there's
what pressure?
There's the loonies out there that say, there's no pressure. It's no different. It's whatever. But we all know this, right? Yankees fans, we've been watching this team our entire lives. Yeah, it exists, man. People sign here and all of a sudden they look like a shell of themselves. They look completely different. It's not for everybody. For some people, it brings the absolute best out of them. I mean, a side of them that even they didn't know they had, right? For other people, it's a nightmare. They can't get out of their own way. They're horrible. They don't know what to do when they're between the lines. When you see somebody do what Max Fried has done since he put on that jersey, it's amazing. I mean, to come here, become a Yankee, and to just right out the gate, just literally be a dependable guy that the entire fan base, literally, they can't say anything about you. He started off so well.
We love him, man.
That, he's already beloved by the fan base. Like, that's it. Like, yes, I'm telling you right now, you know how we are. We're Yankees fans. At the end of the day, it's going to come down to, what do you do for us in October? But it'd be really hard to look at him right now, what he's done for us, and to feel shaky about him taking the ball game 1 in October. I just don't. And I know what the numbers are. I know what the history is. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm throwing all that out the window, because as far as I'm concerned, this Max Fried that we're looking at right now as a Yankee, I don't know. There could be a different motivation. I don't know what it is, but The dude is locked in right now.
He is an absolute dog, as you say the word dog. That is Max Fried. He has just been that damn good. And there's not enough you could say about him because, I think a lot of people felt this way, when the Yankees went ahead and they moved on. Well, I don't want to say they moved on. Juan Soto moved on and he left. He went to the Mets. I remember that night going, well, within 48 hours, Max Fried has to be a Yankee. But I think a lot of Yankee fans felt that way because it's kind of like, well, what is the other move you make? If you don't go that route, what else do you do? People also forget that a lot of people were mad when Max Fried got 8 years.
Yeah.
A lot of people were like, nah, that's a mistake. Like,
too much money.
I like the signing. Too much money. Too long of a
from
deal.
Mets fans and people across the league, like, oh no, they overpaid him.
Yeah, a lot of beatdown on regard of the Yankees making that move. And this morning I took some time out of my day because we're about to talk about Brian Cashman a little bit. Yep. I took some time out of my morning and I said, hey man, I tipped the cap to you guys. Hell, I tipped the cap to the analytic department. I tipped the cap to everybody involved in a Yankees front office because a lot of the moves have worked out. We were very close. I was closing on the opinion that Cody Bellinger was going to end up being a waste or maybe just a good defender and we see what we get. Cody Bellinger has now turned it on that if you look back 2 weeks and look at his numbers now, you go, shit, he must have done something. Yeah, he's kind of gone off. Seeing the ball really well. Every move, Goldie has been phenomenal. Devin Williams, shout out to Aaron Boone, who said, this ain't working. Let's try to dial this back a little bit. Let's get you out of that closer role, put you in the 8th, and let's see what happens. And wow, he's been the Devin Williams that we've seen for years now of being one of the better relievers in baseball, swinging and miss stuff through the roof.
Yeah. I'm glad you brought up Belly's, his turnaround over the last, you say a couple weeks or whatever, because there was something that I looked into a little bit after Saturday's game.
Okay.
And I was like, I wanted to pull up the numbers. We talked a lot of numbers on All Rise. So if you look at his last 10 games, right, just as a sample size, dude is hitting 366. He's hitting 366, 15 hits, 3 home runs, 10 RBIs. I mean,
can I do you one better?
Go ahead.
Because you're better at stats than me, so I just pulled the cheat sheet.
Go ahead.
Francis is way better than me with numbers, okay? I pull up the cheat sheet. His last 15 games, he's hitting 371.
There you go. Oh, that's what that's like ESPN or MLB. They give you the 15.
Yeah, MLB, the regular Yankee roster.
MLB,
look at that. Listen to these numbers real quick, though.
371. Wow.
371 his last 15 games. But get this. 429 on base percentage, 677 slugging.
Oof.
But that's what we need. That's what we missed. Like, you needed him to do that because, I get it. Trent Grisham has kind of come out of nowhere, and he's having a very, very good start to the year. But, man, oh, man, I mean, he is 23 of 62, 4 homers, 13 RBIs, 7 walks, 10 strikeouts in that time. Very, very good. He seems to be putting the ball in play more, but with much more authority. He's not just rolling over on stuff as he was doing earlier in the year. He's driving the baseball a little bit more.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's no two ways about it. I mean, again, we're talking to people. That's why I love our community, because when you're talking to our community, you're talking to people who live and die with every pitch, every inning, every game. So we're not talking to people who can't tell the difference. They remember the Cody that they saw all of April and the beginning of May. They knew that guy, and they were ready to write that guy the fuck off. They wanted him out. I saw it in the chats during game season. I saw it in the chats during DS. I saw it, on All Right. I saw it. A lot of people were done, and with good reason. He didn't look right.
Facts.
Now, though, when you see the version of him that you've gotten for the last 15 games, right, the last over 2 weeks now, it's like, okay, now I can see, because this is the guy that we thought we were possibly getting. And this was the hope, right, that you weren't getting last year, Cody Bellinger. You were hoping to get a Cody Bellinger from a couple of years prior, who's hitting the ball with authority, who's driving the ball to right field with power, and being able to put his team in winning situations, because that's what MVP type players do, right? It's not always a home run every at bat. It's not that. It's that you put your team in a better spot to win with every at bat. You're not giving away ABs, and it felt like he was doing that a lot early on. I did want to mention, though, As he has
Okay,
done,
what's he gonna mention here?
as he has done that. The
Okay.
other side of the coin is that Trent Grisham is kind of returned. He's kind of turning back into a pumpkin right
He's
before our
doing
eyes.
he's doing this right here.
Yeah, and look, it's
He's
not,
losing a life. That's it.
It's not to shit on the dude. I don't
No.
want people in here say like, no, but you guys, no. Who could be more grateful to Trent Grisham than us as Yankees fans? Nobody predicted
I
his
love
start to the season, right?
Yeah.
So love what he did. I'm grateful for it. It's Memorial Day. Thank you for your service, Trent. But in the last 10 games, he's hitting 129. He's got 4 hits, 2 RBIs. That's
His last 15, he's hitting 212.
So let's start calling a spade here. He may have come back down to earth. He may have returned to who he is. And who is Trent Grisham? Is this a bad thing to say that Trent Grisham is probably no more than a 4th outfielder, late game defensive replacement right now on the Yankees? I don't think that's a bad thing to say.
But what's wrong with that? Exactly.
think it's
What
a
is
bad thing to
wrong?
say.
What's wrong with that?
The issue here is, and we said this a while ago when we were arguing about the Dominguez stuff way back when, and we were saying, well, he needs to start over a Bellinger, he needs to start over a Grisham. The reason that we say that though is because that we know that the Yankees normally are the last people to know. It's just like our MO. For whatever reason, we're fans of a team that they always seem to be the last people to know. And we knew that the Trent Grisham Linsanity run eventually was going to come to an end. And we knew that whenever that happened, the Yankees would be the last to know. Case in point, he's batting second today, right? And he's been batting high in the lineup throughout this whole stretch. And it doesn't matter, like, because they're going to keep putting him out there. And what's going to happen, he'll pop a home run at some point here, and they'll be like, you see? But it's like, no, he's been pretty bad for a little while. We should probably, let off the gas with Grisham, and let's press on the gas with Dominguez a little more. Now's the time, right? Like, let's start really showing this is the team that we're going to be going with for the lion's share of the season. I mean, that's where I'm at.
Yeah. No, man, no doubt about it. And I want to bring up some more stats here because, if you look at Baseball Savant a little bit, and I've kind of grown to enjoy looking at Baseball Savant and kind of breaking things down. I like Savant.
He likes
becoming a
Savant,
Savant head. Okay, look, that's why I got this hat on also. It's red. I like red on Baseball Savant.
Yeah.
Correlation, folks. I talked about it earlier. Like Voltron, you come together and you're stronger together.
Also rocking the Dare shirt. Now that is a throwback. Let me tell y'all, listen. 90s babies, 80s babies, y'all know what we talking about with the Dare shirt, bro. That's such a throwback, bro. It's one of those things, if you know, and if you don't, you don't. Come on.
Let me tell you something. That's the you, by the way. I don't know. I don't know. Kev might be on drugs every now and then. I don't know. I love Kev, but Kev might be the only one that's.
I'm excited for that call tonight, man. It's been a little while since.
I love him. I love Kev, man. I can't wait. He's in the chat, by the way. That son of a bitch. Kev, get ready tonight, baby. We're going to go in, you and me, Kev. Hey, yo.
They're going to what? Yo, Jared, come get your man. They got to do what?
Well.
Boom, boom, boom. Now let me hear say.
Ayo.
Cody Bellinger is actually looking a lot more like 2023 Cody Bellinger than 2024 Cody Bellinger.
Yes.
If you look at the numbers, if you want to play that game and look at those numbers and voila, volume, see where you are there. By the way, this dude got me doing this dude right here. Percy said, Kev says, say his name and he appears. We believe in Percy Johnson. But you've been sending me, Francis has been sending me these damn things of Harry Potter being like doing things, spells and knocking people out if he was a wizard or whatever the hell it is. He got me doing this shit now. The other day, I'm looking at somebody saying, can you just wish I could go Skazam, Kazalium, and it just goes away. It's unbelievable this guy got me doing here, but
it's so
I'm going to do something.
Made it Italian. He said, Kazam, Kazalium.
I made it Italian. What are you going to do? Francis, give me a second here. I got to grab something.
Oh, he's got to grab something, guys. Oh, he's going for the bat. Oh, we know who he's about to talk about.
I'm not only going for the bat. This man gets a lot of hate. And I wanna help Anthony Volpe.
Say his name and he
appears. He believes in Tony V.
Oh, sorry.
There it is. Guys, I know a lot of you hate Anthony Volpe, and I get it. I understand. There's a lot of anger, animosity. Me and Francis have tried our best to let everybody understand that all Volpe did has just played ball. The Yankees were really behind a hype train. They said some really wild things publicly that they didn't have to say.
Yep.
But has anybody looked at how good Anthony Volpe has actually been over the last 30 games?
No, it doesn't fit the narrative currently.
Okay.
That's what,
So I'm going to help everybody out. There you go, Kev. Thank you. Stop batting Anthony Volpe in the middle of the order.
That's all.
Stop the number 5 shit. Stop the number 6 shit. Let him be at the bottom 3 of the order. I think that's very fair. Over his last 30 games, Francis, are you ready? Can you think you could take a guess at where his average may be over his last 30 games? Any idea?
Over his last 30
games. We're looking at 113 ABs.
I'm trying to think of the series and what I remember. Okay, I'm gonna go.
He's very calculated, folks. Very calculated.
I'm very calculated here. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna go, and I think this could be a little generous. I'm gonna go 275.
Wow.
What?
274.
What? Yo, I'm telling you,
Not
man,
even
we
joking.
good. Yo, we good on this show, man. Playing with us, bro.
274 average.
No phone.
344 on base percentage. 460 slugging. Can I just tell everybody, if somehow that was his regular line going forward, he'd be an all-star. He'd be an all-star shortstop.
Hell yeah. Look, I mean, you look at around the league, there's some guys, right? You got like Zach Neto, who we're gonna get a look at, right?
Awesome. He's awesome.
Over the next 3 games. And I think that's the issue, right? When you look at that guy and what he's been able to do, it's so funny because if you switch the hypes, right?
Yep.
If you gave Zach Neto the Volpe hype, he'd be living up to the expectations, right?
Correct.
If
Exactly right.
If you gave Volpe the Neto expectations, people would say, yeah, this guy, he's been pretty good. Like, he's a little bit better than they advertised him. But that's not what it is. It was reversed. Yeah. It was that Neto came up with the Angels, it's a different market. Volpe with the Yankees, and history, it is what it is now. But you're 100% right, bro. Volpe's been really good over his last month of baseball. And I was talking with somebody, I think it was Saturday. It might have been Saturday morning.
Saturday morning cartoons? Okay.
Saturday morning, somebody added us, and he's like, do you see the Yankees like trying to upgrade there, whatever? And I was like, no, like honestly,
no, not at all.
I'm trying to be like, how you say, understandable with the fans, because I get it. Yep. I know what was done to them is what you said. Like, the Yankees hype train sold them this bill of goods.
No doubt.
And in reality, that's not what they got. So like, they're like this, they feel like they've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, if you will, right? But no, the Yankees are not trying to upgrade at shortstop, because with the metrics that they look at, Volpe's better than more than half the league. And people, when I say that, people probably say, what are you talking about? Whatever. But it's like, bro, look at it. His OPS plus is right there above better than half the league. His weighted runs created plus, which again, not a very fun stat. People always say that's a nerd stat, whatever. It's a Yankee stat though. Okay. Like,
true. It's what they're looking at. These are the things they're actually looking at. Yes.
Exactly. I can't sit here and tell you, oh, Pete, I love weighted runs created plus. I mean, that's my go-to. I love that definer of a player. No, I do not. All right. I love OPS plus, whatever, but weighted runs created plus really ain't my thing. Expected batting average, that's also not too much my thing. But I do respect it, right? And in that respect, Volpe he's in the top half of shortstops in the league. He's close to the top 10 there. And when you look at that, it's like, damn, well, what does that say? It says less about Volpe and more about the league in general. And that's what I tried to tell that dude on Saturday was, dude, the shortstop position in and of itself has kind of changed. And
it used to be a very heavy offensive position, no more.
Very much so. It's not that. It's not really that anymore. They do expect offense out of the shortstop, but it's the kind of offense that they expect today that I think is jarring for people. It's not what it's not what we came up looking at. So when you look at Volpe under that microscope, dude, he's solid. He's really solid. He's pretty good. And it's like we say, if he corrects a thing here or there and he tweaks one thing or there, he has one really hot month, he's going to hit numbers that make him look really good to them. So no, they're not going to upgrade. And dare I say, they don't need to. Like,
they don't. The biggest problem is exactly what Kev said in the chat. And what I was getting to is that where the Yankees are positioning him in the lineup, that's the problem.
Yes.
Is it's putting more pressure on him to put up better numbers than maybe he can actually do. Better power numbers, everything of that nature. The interesting thing, and I'll share this with everybody because, again, Petey Savant over here, okay? I'm becoming Petey Savant. This is 20. Let me this is a very easy way to show people, well, the guy is he's kind of getting to the league a little bit more. When you look at this 2023, all right, I'm going to switch to 2024. All right, you can make an argument that he might have got a little worse. In at least the power numbers were there in 2023. Okay, well, let's see 2025. Monster improvement.
Yeah, he got a lot better.
I mean, that's monster improvement, folks. Again, 23, 24, 25. My biggest issue is not Anthony Volpe. My biggest issue is the way the New York Yankees continue to utilize Anthony Volpe. Now, a lot of times that I've noticed this, virtual, I already know Zach Neto. I'm a big fan of Zach Neto. I talk about Zach Neto a lot. I always say when it comes to the Italian shortstops, Zach is the guy more than likely right now. But, I look at how the Yankees are utilizing Anthony Volpe, and that is the thing that bothers me the most, is that he's being utilized in the wrong way. And I just feel like that's added pressure on him that he doesn't necessarily need. Now, the good thing is what they're doing, which I do find odd, and some people get mad about this conversation because they go, well, look at the Yankees, they're winning. It doesn't, folks. I want to address this before somebody says it in the comment, because I know it's probably coming here. To discuss things that you see when you talk about the Yankees every single day, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, it's not going to be every say positive. Oh, yeah, Yankees. How great would the show be? Everything's good.
All rainbows and butterflies, ladies and gentlemen.
Everything's well, guys. Well, hey, I guess until something goes bad, we'll be back later. Have a good day. And then the outro comes on. I mean, I'm not saying nothing bad about them here.
You're not tuning in for that.
Correct. When a lefty's on the mound, Anthony Volpe's always hitting fifth. When a righty's on the mound, like today, Jason Dominguez is hitting fifth. So I think the Yankees are recognizing that in that regard, but I would just like to see them be consistent with it and just stick to something. I do understand that some things will change when you go lefty-righty, but there's two other topics before we get into Brian Cashman I do want to address real quick. One being Jason Dominguez, the other being the catching situation currently with the Yankees, because JC Escara had a big game yesterday, and you got a lot of people talking about JC Escara, and Austin Wells continues to struggle a bit. But I want to talk about Jason Dominguez. There's been all this talk about Dominguez needs to just stick to batting left-handed. His swings right-handed over the last week, 2 weeks, have been exceptionally better. Yeah. To the point, even his outs are driven, deep fly balls, a bullet to third base. I think people are selling Dominguez short batting right-handed because he struggled early on. And it became a narrative because he's just one of those players, and I kind of feel bad for him, but he's going to be one of those guys where no matter what he does good, there's going to be something people are going to find to pick on him on. Whether his defense gets a little better is one thing, fine. Well, now it's the right-handed bat. Oh, now it's this. Now it's that. He doesn't do this enough. He doesn't do that enough.
Always be something.
But he's been much better hitting right-handed as of late.
Yeah. Well, what's changed, Pete? They've given him more reps. I mean,
to Aaron Boone's credit, he did say that, and they finally started to do it.
Exactly. I mean, look, the funny thing about when it comes to Boone, right, and Dominguez, Boone, this is one of the rare situations when Boone really hasn't booned the situation. You can tell that this is a situation where I don't know if it's a Boone thing, the stuff that happens to Dominguez, because everything that Boone has said about Dominguez dating back to spring training has been true, and he hasn't really lied about him. When they brought up the glove and stuff, he was like, well, I don't see why. You said it, you praised him when he's like, I don't see why he can't play. I mean, look at him, he's athletic, he should be able to do it. Now with the right-handed bat, he's like, yeah, with more reps or whatever, we're gonna get him in there. They've been getting him in there. Like, I think Boone's been pretty honest and transparent about how he views Dominguez and how he plans to use Dominguez. I think it's a situation where there might just still be some other people who have some pull in leadership that also think like they're not 100% convinced yet. And because of that, that's why you're going to see him, sit and miss some games or whatever. There's also that rumor out there that it could be a load management thing because of the injuries. I call that a rumor because nobody from the Yankee side has ever given that any credence. But if that was the case, I mean, that would be the most idiotic shit I ever saw.
Ridiculous.
The Yankees do. I mean, the kid is a baby. He's 22.
To be
years old.
fair,
That's
that
what we
would
talk-
not shock me though.
I mean, yeah,
It wouldn't when it comes to the Yankees. That would
now
not
that you
shock
say
me.
it, no, I don't like. Could
Well,
I
look
say
at the
it
last couple of
shock
years.
me? It wouldn't
They've done
shock
that the last couple of years with
It wouldn't
players. So
But it's
yeah,
so
that just
dumb though. It's like, I mean, unless of course, the prognosis from the surgeon or whoever, the doctors is, look, he's gonna be ready to go. You're gonna be able to put him out there, but our best practice for him in the 2025 season is to deploy him like this in spurts. You're going to want to sit him with regularity because he's going to need that. He is young and I know what it's going to look like, but he is
Right.
going to need to sit with consistency throughout this year to
Yeah.
ensure that he doesn't fall back into this problem. If that's the case, if it's a doctor's thing, if it's the medical team saying this is the best way to kind of guarantee that you can keep him as healthy as possible, then okay, I would understand that. But then I don't see why they wouldn't just come out and say that. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
if that's the case, why not just say, like, look, we'd love to play Dominguez every day. The situation is, though, like, we care about his health more than, even winning right now. So right now we've been instructed that that's just not the best thing for him. So that's why we're not doing it. And I think they'd love to do that, but they didn't do it, which makes you believe that's not true.
right. The thing about Jason Dominguez that, and I know a lot of people are probably going to sit here and go, oh, you guys, you've been hyping him up. Well, we're doing the right thing here. He's a 22-year-old phenom, and he is a phenom, folks. I know some people go, yeah, but he hasn't turned into Jackson Merrill. So, well, Jackson Merrill, is elite. Not everybody's going to be that immediately out the gate, but I'm going to say something here that's probably going to surprise some people. Jason Dominguez, right-handed, against right-handed pitching when he's batting lefty, he's been one of the best players on the Yankees this year. If you were to go over who are the best players on the team, Jason Dominguez would actually be right up there. The guy's at 900 OPS, 22 years old. So again, everybody, just think about this with me for a second. And I get it. Everybody could sit there and go, Pete, but you can't discredit. No. I agree. It is an overall number. But for a 22-year-old who just came off an injury, just got back into it, the Yankees basically sat there last year and said, you're not going to play over Verdugo. Sorry, we're the better team with him. As a young kid, that could have lit fire under your ears and said, no, this is ridiculous. Whatever. He came in this year, the dude's hitting 293 against right-handers, a 390 on base percentage, 390, and an 885 OPS. He has been absolutely electric when he's batting left-handed. Now, I get it. Right-handed, he needs a little bit more time. He's up to, this is going to sound really, he's up to 143. He was just under 100 not that long ago. He's now at 143. I would love to see what he is over like his last 14 at-bats or 20 at-bats batting right-handed, because I want to say it's definitely higher than 143 because those numbers jumped a little bit. But even the outs right-handed, I think should have people very, very excited and kind of ease that talk a little bit of, well, just make him a left-hander. That's all you got to do, which just to me doesn't make a lot of sense. But we got a super chat here from McClellan. He goes, how old was Judge his rookie year? How old is the Martian? I want to say Judge was 25 or 26.
He was right around there. He was
25, 26. Dominguez is his rookie year. Well, he first came up at 20.
He was 25. Judge's true rookie season, he was 25 because he hit free agency at 31. And
Correct.
it's the 6 years of control. So, yeah, he was 25.
And Dominguez was 20 when he first came up and homered off of Verlander. He was 20 years old. Then he had to take the year off because of Tommy John, unless he would have been there.
I think
and now he's 22.
I think Christian Javier, too, was the second home run, right?
He was.
I mean, what he did.
Curveball, slider, down in the zone, he golfed it.
And what he did as a 20-year-old is the stuff of legend. What he's doing now as a 22-year-old, whether you choose to see it or not, is the stuff of legend. In the month of May alone, this dude had he's already had a record-breaking performance. There's still days left in the month. All right. But the walk-off home run, I think it was
three homers.
It was the walk-off home run, the 3-homer game, all this as a rookie. It's the first time ever in MLB history, and it's all been done in the month of May. Like, it's showing. This didn't happen at the end of the year. This happened at the beginning of the year. People should see that and say, okay, wait a minute. I mean, and by the way, the 3-homer game, 2 were lefty, 1 was right-handed. Like, he's literally like He's getting better as the season progresses, which is what you want to see from your rookies. He's doing everything you want to see from a rookie, especially one who has elite
Correct.
projections. And when you look at the numbers that Pete gave you when he's batting as a left-handed bat, that's not just a good bat. That's not just an okay bat. No,
It's
that is
elite.
an elite
That's an
left-handed
elite
hitter.
level bat. It is.
That is an elite left-handed hitter that you ask any team in the majors, you'd be like, hey, could you have, if you could take this in your lineup, would you take it? They'd say yes, 11 out of 10 times. Okay, this is not like when it comes to Jason Dominguez and people bring up, oh, but look at all the overall numbers, whatever. Okay, fine, but you guys have to understand, Jason Dominguez is a switch hitter. It's not the same as looking at a Cody Bellinger's overall numbers versus a right-handed pitcher and a left-handed pitcher, because Cody doesn't switch sides in the batter's box depending on who's on the mound. When you're talking about a switch
right.
hitter, it is a very important distinction, because he does not face left-handed pitchers the same exact way that he faces a right-handed pitcher. He literally changes, and that's a different way, using different hands. It matters, people. It matters. And if it didn't matter, we wouldn't even do switch hitters if it wasn't a thing. It's a thing, okay?
That's
it's a thing for a reason. Right now, you're 100% spot on, bro. He needs work batting right-handed. We've said this shit all year long. We've never sat here and said, there's nothing wrong with the right-handed bat. No, right now, yeah, it needs work. But he's not going to get the work if you don't give him the shot. You got to give him the shot. You got to let him try it. Let him try
And
reps.
to be fair, it's paying off. His last 15 games, he's hitting 280, 391 on base percentage, a 560 slugging. That is basically talking about the month, less than a little, not the full month of May right here, but a majority of this month where Dominguez has really performed very, very well for the Yankees. And, you're seeing why the Yankees wanted to hold on to Dominguez, why he was really never part of a legit trade conversation. They wanted this kid here. And I'm just happy now that he's finally earning that time, because the one thing I know we will always do here at the U is we're going to call it like we see it. And early on, when you saw this stuff day in and day out of Dominguez being taken out of games, we made a lot of noise about it here. I mean, a lot of noise about it. I'm not saying that that's the reason the Yankees changed it and you started to see Dominguez get regular playing time. I'm just happy that we started making noise, and then you started to see beat writers say, well, Dominguez is out of the game again. And then they started throwing out stats that we were talking about, if you remember, with Anthony Volpe. They never mentioned Anthony Volpe before when it comes to Dominguez. Never. Because what did people tell us? There is no correlation between the two. Yeah, there is. They're two top prospects. Yes, there is.
Now they just stay quiet when it
different
happens.
positions. Doesn't matter. Michael K came out and he said what? He deserves the Anthony Volpe treatment. Well, that statement right there was directly said here constantly. Word for word, the Anthony Volpe treatment. And now it's paying off.
I get it. At the end of the day, if you got beat writers watching, shouts out to you guys. Good evening. You guys are getting ready to watch a game. So if you're watching, shouts out to you. This is the place to watch. I mean, at the end of the day, if you want to know, you want to have your pulse, you want to have your finger on the pulse, this is where you need to be. So I get it. I get it. But I'm with you. It does feel good that it's like, we're gonna continue to call shit the way that we see it and be ahead of the curve on a lot of that shit, because unfortunately a lot of other media outlets don't do that. A lot of other people in quote unquote content creation are kind of like pick me content creators, and they want to get on the good side of the team. Like, so they feel like they have to like champion everything that the Yankees say. You can't argue against Boone because no, how dare you? He's the manager of the Yankees. Of course he knows more than you. Okay, buddy. I mean, it is whatever. I mean, there's people out there that say you can't question Cashman because he's been here so long and he's won in the past. All right, buddy, knock yourself out. That's not what we do here. What we do here is very simple. We look at the games and we say what we see.
No, that's exactly how and the great thing about us is we've adjusted certain things if we actually get legitimate information.
Exactly.
So we're very willing to say, hey, we said this.
I was wrong about that. Yeah.
Find out this and that. And I think that's a little bit off. Let's kind of restructure the way we said that.
Back because I heard this and that. Yeah, it's true.
We never have an issue doing that. I do want to ask the chat a question. Maybe I'll do this as a poll. Let me throw a poll in the chat, and anybody listening on Spotify and all that stuff later, I will say out loud what the what the poll was here. But I do want to start a poll. Let me write this up real quick.
All right, he's writing up the poll.
I'm really interested in this.
He is
Okay.
right.
Here's the poll right here. This is a very simple poll because I really want to see what the fans say. Has Jason Dominguez been as bad in left field as was speculated? I'm serious about this, guys. Please answer the way you really believe. Whatever you truly think, truly put that answer in there because I think this is important. Because here's a player, bro, they were saying they should leave him in the minor leagues because he can't field. This was the conversation happening in spring. Jason Dominguez was that bad in left field that he's such a liability that he can't be out there day in and day out because he's that bad.
Essentially saying that there would be nothing, and it's not, it wasn't even just really the defense, because when you think about it, when they say something like that, they're essentially saying that the offense won't be good enough for you to allow him to be that bad in left field. That's basically what we were told as recently as this spring training, that it's just not going to be worth it. It's not going to be worth it. Like, I know everybody's high on what he can do offensively, but he's so bad defensively that he doesn't belong in the majors right now.
That's what the conversation was. I mean, according to Michael K, and we could, shout him out on things and then also, kind of laugh at this. And this is not even Michael K. This is apparently whoever it is he talked
Said
to.
he was like a scout or something.
You know what I mean? Whoever it is he talked. Well, Roscoe, when you call a 22-year-old lazy, I'm sorry, it's a dumbass comment. It's a dumbass comment. I don't know how else to tell you that. To call Jason Dominguez, who's built like a fucking tank, who's been busting his ass since he's probably 8 years old, to prepare himself to be a major leaguer, to call that lazy, I'm sorry, brother, that's the definition of not being lazy. That's bananas. He's not a lazy fielder. He's a lazy fielder. Okay, yeah, definitely. And your name is Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles, probably on your couch eating chicken and waffles. And you're going to say Jason Dominguez. See, those are the type of comments that I can't even, I honestly shouldn't react to them because they're so fucking stupid. They're that stupid.
My thing is Roscoe, my brother. What did you think was going to happen? You called in Jason Dominguez. You said I called him lazy and you flamed me. Well, you thought he was going to celebrate that comment? Like, I don't get what do you expect? They say you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. You say something like that, you're probably gonna get flamed. That's kind of how it goes.
Keep an eye on him. I've met the kid multiple times. Yeah, I'll keep a very close eye on Jason Dominguez and make sure that he doesn't get too lazy out there.
Keep an eye on him is wild.
Bananas. This is the type of shit that we talk about.
To keep an eye on him is wild. No, who's kept a closer eye on Jason Dominguez than NYU?
By the way, to Francis, we're also very short, according to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles, who probably got chicken grease all over his fucking lips, the sick fuck. Anyway, we're short now too. I'm 5'3", by the way, just so you're aware. I'm not even sitting down right now. I'm standing. I got the chair there just to be fucking happy.
Saying that is hilarious.
Unbelievable. Absolutely insane.
To a community that has met us in person on numerous occasions. Because
well, the chat could tell him I'm 5'3". I'm standing. Look, I'm jumping. Look, that's me jumping right now.
We don't hide behind these cameras and microphones. We go outside into public a lot, so that's kind of funny. If you ever want to meet us, Roscoe, I don't know if you go to games, brother, but I mean, we be out there.
Hey. Keep your eyes on Dominguez. You're gonna see the laziness come out. I promise you, just keep your eyes on him. Watch him close.
I saw what Jira just said, and she's 100% right. And I'm getting tired of that shit. I really am, because this goes back to when I was a kid in the 90s. It's like it's always with the Latino players. Oh, they're lazy. It's like
it is a common.
You know what? That's a lazy narrative.
This with you.
That's a lazy narrative. Come up with, if you don't like the guy, come up with the real reason why you don't like the guy. I would respect that more than
the first person. The first person that ever brought that up to me, dead serious, was Kev. And I was like, nah, really? I said, I don't think I've ever really heard that before.
Oh, it's all the time.
I started paying attention. It's all the time. It's
Bro.
all the time. And again, look, I don't
Gary,
we don't play
Glaber,
that whole, oh my God.
Jason.
We don't play all that here.
No.
But
Hell.
keep your eye on that. Keep your eye on that, because it is kind of weird. It really is. It's odd.
We're not. This is the opposite of that. Like NYU, we don't play that game, and the virtue signaling shit. That's not us. We don't do that. But like we said, we see it, we say it, right? That's what that is. And when you look back at it, just is what it is. We're not saying that it's Michael K We're not
Yeah.
saying that's what he does all the time. No, this
Correct.
happened. This is a one-off situation with the him and Dominguez stuff, and he was told by a scout about the defense. That has nothing to do with him. But you look at
Facts.
the narratives, and that's what it's been with Gary. The Yankees loved Gary Sanchez on his
Randy
way.
Miller does say it. That is right, Darius. Randy
oh.
Miller loves saying that.
Randy Miller, that's his favorite thing. Again,
Yep.
and it's funny that these people are able to call these athletes lazy to me. Have you guys seen Randy Miller? Have you ever laid eyes on this guy? Like, he should not be allowed to call anybody lazy.
I mean, I'm gonna be real with you. You should be ashamed to say that.
Like you call
When you're typing that up, you should honestly have a mirror in front of your face and go, "Should I write this?"
He's a professional. They'd be like, "Oh no, but he's the professional athlete. I'm just a journalist." No, we're not doing. It's a lazy narrative already with the Latino players. This guy's late. No, he's not, bro. Just say you don't like it. It's either that or he doesn't hustle. I mean, and listen, it's not just rookies and prospects. We've seen it to the greatest of the greats. Okay, what happened?
Cano?
I was gonna go more recent. Remember when Manny Machado was a free agent? What was the big story?
Yes.
Biggest story
Yes.
when Manny Machado was a free agent that people threw out there a whole smear campaign because he doesn't hustle.
He doesn't run balls out. He
doesn't
doesn't do
hustle.
none of that. Yeah.
And they said, when they
Manny.
asked him for the comment on it, he's like, I'm not going to do that stuff because that stuff is eyewash. So I'm not going to do it like just to fake it for you guys and people who want to just see me busting it out there. Like, I'm not doing that. And then people got mad and they literally into his free agency.
I remember
tried
that.
to cost him millions of dollars. I mean, we covered this shit. I remember it because I was covering this shit on podcasts. Like, the fact that they're talking about this dude like that is wild, bro. Like, Manny Machado look. A week ago, what were we seeing with Juan Soto when the ball hit off the Green Monster in Boston?
Yep.
Lazy.
He doesn't run. And to the credit
He's
of
not
the
running.
Yankees, a Yankee official was quoted and they said Juan Soto plays the game very, very hard. That's what we saw. That's all we're gonna say. He plays the game very, very hard. Again,
Exactly.
it's just a very, very dumb thing to say, but the fans here went ahead and said, I think it was 85% said yes.
85, yeah.
85% said
No,
he's
they said-
obviously my bad. That he hasn't been as bad as the speculation has been, and he's actually been a lot better. Now, that's not us sitting here saying that. That's not us sitting here saying that he's been great. That's not us sitting here saying that he's gonna be this a phenomenal defensive outfielder. Nobody's saying that.
No.
We're just simply saying, based off the narrative that we were told in spring, was that Dominguez can't even catch fly balls.
Literally.
The narrative was if there's a ball down the line and he has to run a few steps, there's a very good chance this kid's not catching that ball. It's that bad. Almost to the point, it was like you set an alarm when the ball was in the air. Like, oh my God, everybody, low! Cover your heads. Like, what's going to happen? They were talking about it being that bad that Jason Dominguez can't field, to the point they said, I don't know if he's going to be on the team. I remember reading that in spring. Jason Dominguez may not make the team. He can't field.
Yeah. No, and shout out my brother Zay's in the chat. Shouts out to him. He's like, some people look at Jason and they want to see him like sliding and diving for 95% catch probability plays.
Correct. Exactly.
That's what they want to see. And the reverse and also shouts out to he's recovering from knee surgery right now. Zay played for Jordan, so they got beat. They got beat pretty bad, so bad in fact.
He had to get knee surgery.
He had to get knee. No, I'm like, it wasn't the softball game. I'm fucking with y'all. It wasn't the softball game. The knee surgery was pre-scheduled. I was actually really glad that it was like scheduled so far after the game. Yeah, because if it would have been before, he wouldn't have been able to play. But yeah, shouts out to him. But bro, it's a fact. And then the reverse to that is when Jason doesn't catch a ball that has like a 12% catch probability, you got all these experts trying to tell you how easy it would have been for him to catch that. I mean, I remember there was a line drive in the game that we called the
line drive bullet about 15 feet in front of him. He was supposed to catch it.
Somebody was in the chat telling us he's supposed to catch that.
Yep.
He was supposed to catch that. Is that if Jason would have caught that, we don't lose this game. Mind you, we lost the game because of something completely different. But the guy towards the end of the game, we're being told, if Jason catches that ball, we don't lose this game.
Correct. There's so many things here. There's so many things here that I can honestly go back to when it comes to NYU. And look, there was a play, I think actually in yesterday's game, where you could tell Dominguez took a bad route to the ball and the ball went over his head. I think it was a double that scored a run. And I'm even sitting there going, yeah, that's a bad play. That's something that Jason Dominguez is going to have to work on. And to be fair, if you go back to our videos regarding Dominguez, not this year, not last year, even the previous years, we've always said it. It has been known in the minor leagues that he's not a bad outfielder. He takes bad routes to the ball. But typically what scouts have always said was that his speed is able to make up for that. And we've seen that in some plays this year where there's a deep fly ball and Dominguez somehow is there. And you're like, oh, that might have looked okay. The catch probability was a little high. Okay, all right, well, kind of got to it pretty damn good. So, that's going to happen and all that. And I get it, man. You're going to have people that, everything's lazy. Even somebody in the chat really just said that the ball that Soto hit off the left field wall, that was him being lazy. All right.
Somebody
said
said
Juan Soto in his contract. I mean, I know he's very lazy. He got that hell of a deal for being known as a lazy player. I'm sure the Yankees of all people, the Yankees, Hal Steinbrenner, Steve Cohen, they would have sat there and said, hey, Juan, look, I want to give you 8. I got to cut it to about 350 because you're lazy.
That's kind of
Can
wild.
we discuss this here? No te vayas.
More than half the
Play it again.
The laziness.
You're lazy, so I don't want to give you 8. I mean, it's kind of weird to see a guy get all that money, the biggest contract almost of all time, and they just say, hey, we're giving this to the lazy guy that's known around baseball as being the lazy guy.
Guys, the thing that play was not a lazy play. That was more of a mental lapse than a laziness. And again, that's
It was a
what bothers me
showboat. He's
because
been struggling. He thought he went opposite field over Fenway.
I think literally that's all it was. He thought he got it. And for those of people who say, well, how do you think he got? I mean, he was on the Yankees last year. He played in Fenway quite a bit. He knows what it feels like when you get one over the monster. He probably hit the ball and said, yeah, that one feels like I got it. And he stung the shit out of it. If there wasn't that gargantuan monstrosity in left field, it would have been out. It would have been out in every other park except Boston. All right. Let's be honest here. All right.
Yep.
Don't get me started. All right. Because we had a long weekend of having to defend Soto against some of you fucks. All right. I'm on vacation from it right now.
Yeah,
Do
me
not
too.
make me do it again. I don't
That's
want
it, Juan.
to
No more, brother.
I don't want
Not
to do it
defending
again.
you no more, Juan. I had enough.
It should have been a home run.
I still love you.
It would have been a home run in City. Would have been a home. Damn sure would have been a home run in Yankee Stadium. I'll tell you this. Okay.
Oh shit! When he does that, I tell you this.
Okay.
It means business. All right, I tell you this.
Okay. Let's talk about the laziness. I mean, listen, man. You hit a ball that hard in Boston, I'm gonna stop and stare too. Like I don't know what's wrong with
Hey,
me.
Juan, you can hit 230 on my team anytime, brother.
Yeah, we don't. We'll take it. The
We'll
thing
take
is,
the 230 because guess what? I know that ain't gonna be 230 for much longer.
You
It's all
ain't
right.
never-
Once he gets
you-
get comfortable.
you would never hit 230 over
Tell-
here.
tell-
bro. Never. Never hit
Tell
230
Mendy.
over here.
Tell Mendy, ring me up. We'll sit down, have a little conversation. We'll get this through this. Okay, we'll get through this. All right,
So we'll work it out.
We'll work it out. Just don't do this. Those don't. Just continue to do what you did against the Yankees last time. That's what I like to see when you play us. You don't got to do much.
Yeah,
you
keep
want to
that
beat
up.
up the Braves. You want to beat up the
Definitely,
Phillies. God bless you.
You should
Enjoy
beat
yourself.
up on all those teams, right? The Mets got the Phillies, the
Dodgers.
Braves.
I don't care who you play. Beat
Coming
them
up.
up.
Beat them
all
up.
you want.
Do what but when you play us, have a little respect.
Facts. Have a little respect for the pinstripes. It looked like you had a lot of respect.
Yeah, too much respect.
Pinstripes.
The problem
You had a
is,
hell of a time while you were in Yankee Stadium, brother. I tell you that much.
that's the problem. He had too much respect for the pinstripes. He got everybody mad. Everybody was so. Why is he so happy when he hugs Judge?
I'm
Why?
like, look, man, this dude just can't win right now. One can't win. It doesn't matter what he does. He
Hey,
hits a
again.
double. He hits a ball off the wall. It's like, come on, Juan, you gotta run, brother. He goes to Yankee Stadium. He shakes some hands. Like, why is he happy?
This is the first time he smiled all year. I'm like,
Damn,
yo,
man.
yeah. And look, to credit, right? The fans of our Queens baseball. This is not all Mets fans, but I saw a lot of Mets fans doing this. It was
I
not
saw
all
a
of them,
ton,
though.
bro.
There are some logical ones out there, of course. Same way with Yankees fans.
Of course.
You got your goods, your bads, whatever.
Yeah.
But some of these people were literally, I mean, I saw people say he hasn't smiled all year. The first time he walks in the Yankee Stadium, he's all smiles. He looks like, I don't know what. I'm like, what's wrong with y'all, bro? Like, really? Like, why are we doing this right now? Why are we monitoring this grown man's
What song do you think was
emotional
playing in
state?
his head when he walked in the Yankee Stadium? Is there like a song you think that was?
Oh, I don't want to do why you put me in this position? Because I got a couple. I got a couple songs. Listen, man. The first one that came, I'm not gonna say because I think that's a Diddy produced song, so we can't do that. You know what I'm saying? We can't go that way. But listen, man. I think there's a couple. I think there's a couple songs that walked into his head when he went that popped into his head when he walked into Yankee Stadium, man. He might have heard Mace immediately. The welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, and he's just like, damn, man, this was home. This was home last year. Esto era mi casa. Diablo. How I missed this shit. Hey, brother, we ain't tell you to leave now. We didn't tell you to do that. He's over there finding something. I see him. I see the wheels turning. He's about to do something. I don't know what's gonna happen, guys. It's DS, and y'all know how shit goes normally.
Make a decision.
Hey, hold on. That's an ad. You gotta wait a second.
Exactly. I knew it. I knew he was looking for something. Here you go. Here it comes.
Spend all your time waiting for that second chance, for a break that would make it okay. There's always some reason to feel not good enough, and it's hard at the end of the day. I need some distraction. Oh, beautiful release. Memories seep from my veins and may be empty.
Oh my God.
Weightless, and maybe I'll find some peace tonight in the arms of the angel.
Yeah, I think that's the song you might have heard.
I can hear him listening to that in his headphones on the way out after game 3, just like
no doubt about it. No doubt about it, man.
With his hand on the glass.
Facts.
Car pulls out of Yankee Stadium for the last time this season.
Oh man, I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, we love to have fun over here at the U, man. When I started that, I was like, nah, I had to keep going with it. No, I got the soda. Oh, shit. You guys think, hey, look. Hey, look, I ain't going away.
Soto not going nowhere.
Nah, this ain't going nowhere.
That was the best Soto merch that was available for purchase, man.
Oh, by far.
You don't just get rid of something.
Long shot. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're not wrapping up yet, but I do want to talk about the conversation here of Brian Cashman and the New York Yankees.
Oh yeah.
So Brian Cashman has come out and he said that the New York Yankees, they are aggressively trying to add a right-handed bat to their lineup, specifically likely a third baseman, maybe a starting pitcher and or a reliever. So really, really interesting that Cashman's coming out in May saying this, where I've kind of been saying the whole time, I want to see how June goes, then we can start looking at what's available. But third base is a position where the Yankees don't have much. Like, Peraza has been very good defensively. We don't even got to talk about Pablo Reyes. We know that already. There's no point of even mentioning the guy's name. But Peraza's
he's a survivor, though.
He's definitely he's hanging on.
I cannot believe that man is still in Yankees.
He's you know who he is? You want to know who he is? Remember Ace Ventura too?
Oh,
he's the raccoon at the beginning, hanging on for dear life.
Yo, this man is wild today, bro. Game season is gonna be nuts later. Y'all better not miss it. I can already tell. If this is where we at 8 p.m., good luck tonight, ladies and gentlemen. He called him the raccoon from Ace Ventura.
I'm gonna show you the scene.
What you want to do is
I'm gonna put the scene on right now. Everybody knows that's who he is.
Y'all gotta see it. No, because
that's exactly who he is.
If they haven't seen the movie, and I don't know how Jim Carrey, come on now. Y'all cannot miss movies like this. But if you haven't seen the movie, I need you guys to pay attention here, because this is
everybody know this is Pablo. Watch, we're gonna watch the scene together. I'm gonna get hit with copyrights. I don't give a shit. This is too important. There he is. Wait, let me get this off the screen. McClellan, Thank you, brother. I'll read it. That's him. That's Pablo.
Look at him.
Look
That's
at Pablo Reyes.
just hanging on for dear life.
Look at him. Look. He's like, I'm gonna play third tonight, Booney. I promise. That's Boone. Hold on, we got you.
Don't
We're
go,
gonna
don't let
make
go,
it.
Pablo.
Just make it to opening day, Pablo. Oh, Pablo's like, fuck this. I can't. I'm hitting 110. Oh, shit. Look at him holding on. This is the worst. Oh, God.
It's ripping.
Pablo, please, Pablo. Hold on. No, Pablo. Look at him. Look at this. One morning, one down. Oh, who's coming back to the... Jazz is back. Jazz is coming back. He's coming back.
He just turned it to Vince McMahon.
No, I hate this scene. No, Pablo, hold on. You son of a bitch. Pablo, I love you. You're going to start tonight, Pablo. Jazz comes back. You got to go. Yeah.
Look. No, Pablo, no. No, don't let me go, Pablo. Se murió. You saw him at the end. He's like,
oh my God. Oh, I can't today, man. This is wild. What an episode.
oh, man.
Anyway, Brian Cashman wants to make some deals. I don't know what's going to be out there, folks. I got no idea what's going to be available. But I'm happy to know.
Want to be traded here after that last clip. They're going to be just the
They may be scared now. Yeah,
the kind of content that they make about scared. They want to be here. Come on now. What other team? You ain't getting Ace Ventura references somewhere else. I'm sorry.
Who got creators like this?
Come on now, brother. With the voiceovers and everything.
They don't get that. They don't get that anywhere. Nobody gets
turned
creative
into
like
Vince
this. Come on
McMahon.
now.
He turned into Vince McMahon out of nowhere, bro. He said,
I'm a big Vince McMahon fan.
coming back.
I'm a big Vince McMahon fan. I'm sorry to tell you. I'm a big Vince McMahon fan. I'm gonna just keep doing it. That's it. But
But what do you think? All right, because I saw these reports too with Cashman, and
okay, he saw some reports.
I was excited as a Yankees fan. I mean, to be in May, right, and for the Yankees to be doing as well as they're doing, the last thing you expect is a report about the Yankees looking to upgrade, right? It seems like the opposite.
Typically,
like
you don't get that from the Yankees.
Hell no. Like normally the Yankees would have to be doing so bad. They'd have to look like the Baltimore Orioles for you to hear about upgrading in May. And even then they would tell you,
bad.
We'd like to see what we got before we go and do that or whatever. But here we are, best record in the division, leading by 6 games, playing great baseball all around. And Cashman says they're looking to upgrade. So I say, all right, great. I'm with you. Third base is clearly the place, right? They said a right-handed. Yeah. That makes sense. We're really left-handed right now this year. Okay. But the next question is who, right? Like who are they looking at? And how much are they looking to spend in terms of prospect capital and capital?
It's so bad out there right now. The 2 names mentioned were Otto Lopez and Ahmed Rosario, who I was a fan of in the offseason. But that's you would want a little more impact than that more than like I don't even know what Rosario's. I know Otto Lopez is young, but he's not doing too good.
Ahmed is interesting, and here's why I'll tell you. I don't believe he's doing too great this year. I could be wrong on that, but the last I checked,
I mean, he's hitting 303.
Okay.
So he's, there's never been power, but his overall numbers are very good. 303 average, 333 on base percentage, 783 OPS. I mean, that would be huge.
That's actually Yankees right really freaking good. What I was gonna say is the last I checked, his numbers were decent, but I didn't know he was doing that good still. So shouts out to him
with the Nationals, with the Nats.
Ahmed Rosario is a very decent option, and here's why: he's fit the Yankees for going on 3 years now. Correct. He has been a fit for this team. This is like the 3rd straight season where Ahmed Rosario is a fit for the team. He would have been on this team last year. It's just that the Yankees couldn't guarantee him the playing time. This seems to be the year where the Yankees and Ahmed Rosario marriage makes the most sense. It's like you finally waited long enough for that girl that you've been looking at for a while. She had a boyfriend or whatever. And it's like you finally got the timing right. She's single. I think something's going to happen here, bro. I'm telling you, honestly, I think Because they
Nothing
can
like getting it right with the woman you've wanted for so long.
there's nothing like it.
Oh, I tell you what, you tell him.
Like it.
You look at him, you say, honey, you're simply the best.
Oh.
Good enough drop. I wanted simply the best.
I was gonna say it seemed like you wanted simply the best, but guess
I
what?
forgot I took that one off the soundboard. It's all right.
Even when we make a mistake, it's great. Even the mistakes.
Still better than most.
I mean, better than all. Come on, what are we talking?
Those were the days.
Oh,
Diggy Spinney also adds, and my question for that entire scene in Ace Ventura is how a raccoon gets to the Himalayas. I got no idea. That raccoon did not play.
Well, let's be honest here. When you turn Ace Ventura into Aaron Boone, the question is answered. With Aaron Boone, anything is possible. Okay, all right. It's not a negative thing. Hey, don't make it. It's a positive thing. You gotta make it a negative thing. Okay, you never know with Aaron Boone. Anything is possible, right? Anthony Volpe could lead off. I don't freaking know.
Can I just say that Aaron Boone would probably be so proud if you compared him to Ace Ventura. He probably does a great Ace Ventura impression. I put money on it.
He would like it, bro. Come on.
He would love that.
This narrative about Boone, I don't like that kind of talk. Let me tell you, I don't like it. He likes the U. All right. He is not an enemy of the U.
He loves the U. He loves the U. Trust me.
All right. I don't like this narrative. Oh, Boone, he might not like these guys. Guess what? It's BS. And if he doesn't like us, he needs to come and say it to our faces. That's what he needs to do. All right. Until then, he's a friend of the U. All right.
Facts.
He's a friend of the U. But I think this is the year, bro. Honestly, all jokes aside, I really do believe that 2025 is the year that the Ahmed Rosario Yankees marriage happens. It makes all the sense in the world.
I can see that.
He's not going to cost a ton of anything.
No,
money-wise, it makes sense enough. And prospect capital-wise, it will not take enough. It won't take very much at all. And, bro, you read out his numbers. It's true. There's not a lot of pop there. But guess what, ladies and gentlemen?
You don't need that.
Like that. Yeah, we don't.
Yeah, we don't need that
guy who's gonna come here swinging for the freaking fences. We don't need that. I want a guy who's gonna come here and hit for average, get on base. You know what I'm saying? Move around, wreak some havoc out there, play a good defensive third base. That's what I want. If he don't got the pop, that's fine, bro. We got home runs coming out of everywhere else. We don't need
it. Unfortunately, a guy like Oswald Peraza just hasn't been good enough in that regard to simply say, we can keep letting him out there. Like and Peraza is so simple to see.
Yeah.
I was talking about this yesterday when I saw him play. It is as clear as day to notice what's going on with Peraza. The guy, I don't know what has happened. I don't know who's kind of led him on to doing this. It's funny. Let me get to what I was saying first because I'm being distracted over here to my left, and I'll tell you why. I don't know.
Is Vera in the room?
No, she's not. But I'm going to tell you exactly.
Type it in the chat.
No. I'll tell you exactly what's happening here right now. It's a game we play, and it's distracting me because I typed it in, and I probably shouldn't have. But Oswald Peraza has decided that he's never going to hit a ball to the opposite field ever again.
Okay.
And it's destroyed him. Even yesterday, pitchers just go, throw him outside. He's going to roll over to short. And he keeps chasing pitches and trying to pull the ball on the outside corner instead of right field. But anyway, what I wanted to tell you guys that I'm being distracted by, you guys know we like to play Smash or Pass here.
Yes.
So I looked up Smash or Pass. I typed it in on Twitter, and the type of girls that are popping up, everybody's smashing. There's no point. So I'm being distracted as I'm scrolling down here. I'm trying to find something that is a little bit, difficult. Like, Madon, look at this. Who the hell's going to say no?
I wasn't, but
Jared, if you say no, we got to have a conversation.
Jared said, she's like, why are you blaming me? Is that I don't, you never know. That's the thing about, sometimes.
With her, you never,
because there's been times we talking and she just pops up out of nowhere. I'm like, damn, she's there. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
that's what she does.
I didn't know. But no, this time it was not the MVP. It was the smash or pass. And
it was definitely the smash or pass. And
I think people have forgotten the rules to that game, bro, because it's got
to be a little difficult.
It's not supposed to be an obvious smash, bro, or an obvious pass. It has to be borderline. Like Silver Surfer was really good because Silver Surfer is not real, it's an alien.
Exactly.
right? It's got to be something borderline where it's like, do I smash that? Like, I don't know. What if it turns silver on me? I don't know if I want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, that would definitely be a little strange. but
oh, you listen, my sister. Yeah, I know. I told somebody who was there when I was like, to my sister, you told that? Who did it?
yeah,
I forgot.
who was again? That was in person. That was in
That was
person.
in
wasn't
person, I think it was. Somebody was saying. So I was like, hey, you better
it? Hey,
stop.
you don't talk that way.
Don't talk that way about my sister.
I'm trying to find.
I went back to my Dominican roots really quickly. We don't play with the sisters, okay? We don't play with that.
I am trying my best to find one here, guys. This is always tough to play. It's tough because it's hard to. Does anybody got the maid? Hold on. William Henry's a freak. I'm gonna go with it. He said the maid from the Brady Bunch.
All right, let's do it.
The maid from the Brady Bunch.
That sounds like a good one. Let's see it.
Ay.
I know game season's about to be fire today, guys. Just y'all better stay tuned. Don't go anywhere.
Let me find a good picture. Who is this? The maid from the Brady Bunch? I think she's the one here to the left.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Wait a second. This is difficult here because you're not gonna be. I gotta get a good enough picture here that you guys.
Hey, you
gotta
be able to get a look at her. If I can't get a look at the Warlocks, I can't answer the question. Sorry. I mean, I'm just being honest with you.
Hold on. Look at the Warlocks.
I have to. I gotta get a.
Let me
Come on,
see.
Yankees fan. Jessica Simpson, Dukes of Hazzard. If you say,
come on, what are you doing, Ove?
If you say pass on that, I gotta question your orientation. I'm sorry. Like, what are we talking about here?
Maid. Okay, I think this is the maid from the Brady Bunch. Now, I kind of feel sad about this one. Like, this is what we're doing.
I mean, that's an obvious smash for me. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, that's an instant smash. Like, I'm taking her to dinner. I'm buying her the most expensive bottle of wine on the menu. Like, you see that little haircut she got too? Them little curls. She cute as fuck, low key. I'm not gonna lie to you. Get a look at her. Cute ass woman. Look at you.
William Henry said, that is her.
Just a cute look. You see the thing about it, right? If you look at it, just look at her eyes. It's all in the eyes, Chico. Okay, you look at her eyes, you can tell she got some freak in her. That's what I'm seeing. That's why that's a definite smash for Francis. I'm seeing the freak.
Diggy Spinny said that looks like the dude from the Breakfast Club.
Get the fuck out of here. That is not the dude for the Breakfast Club.
Joe said she looks like Justin Timberlake.
Y'all going crazy now. Don't do my baby.
I'm gonna
like
be
that.
real. I'm gonna be
Do
real with you
not
guys, man.
Do my baby like that.
Francis, I gotta pass, brother.
Jira said she look like she got some crazy in it. Hey, she do look like she got some crazy in it, but guess what?
I gotta pass, bro.
We like you to crazy. I'm smashing. You see that?
Francis is smash. Hold on, I gotta look this up real quick.
That was
I gotta
a good
look. Hold on.
Break out the paper bags, Jacos.
Jocko said what? Break out the. Oh my.
Break out the pit. Yo, these people are nuts in this chat, man. What is wrong with you people? Can we cultivate this craziness?
She does got a little Justin Timberlake to her. I gotta be real with you.
Come on, Pete. Don't do that.
Bro, there's a little Justin Timberlake to her. Like, hold on a second. Watch. Let me see. Let's get a new, older Justin Timberlake. Let me see if I get a picture similar.
Justin Timberlake tour. This is just horrible, man.
Hold on. Let me see. Is this gonna let me do this? I mean, there's a little bit.
I mean,
look at this.
She doesn't have that. Look at he's got a beard.
She got the same smile.
I mean, the smile, maybe.
That could be Justin's mother.
It's a nice smile. Maybe she is Justin's mother. I don't know. Maybe I'm Justin's father. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. Like, you don't know.
Oh my goodness. This
like
is absolutely wild.
like
this is the you, baby.
Yo, William Henry. That was a good pull, though. I like that one.
William Henry's good at what he does.
I like that one.
He's good at what he does. Now, you know, maybe one day we'll do this on like sitcoms and things like that. Maybe we have a sitcom show.
I'm going to tell you right now,
like, you know,
whenever we have that NYYU live show, it's going to happen, people.
Oh, no doubt. We're going to bring like poster boards out of these people.
Exactly. Whenever we have the live show, the live Smasher Pass is going to be a segment that you tell your grandchildren about. I promise you, people, because the ideas that I have in mind for that. Oh, my God.
Oh, I can't imagine. I can't imagine.
Yo, but it's going to be good, though.
Let me just say one thing about this. William Henry is a freak. That's all I'm gonna say. He is a freak, that man.
I like big butts and I can't lie.
Hey, listen. And for the live show, Jared will be involved. We do
Oh,
have.
I'm sure she's gonna love this.
I have some ideas for some people that she's gonna be the only one answering. It's gonna be good.
Sounds good to me.
It's gonna be good.
Sounds
man.
good to me. If one of us answer that one, that'll be a little strange.
Dom said my lawyer is an absolute freak.
Oh, he is. William Henry is an absolute freak. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we got a ball game tonight in about an hour.
Oh, yeah.
Uncle Don. Did you hear Uncle Don the other morning, by the way?
Oh, I did.
Oh, you were with me. You were with me.
no,
No, it was
yeah.
Friday.
Yeah, it was
When
Friday.
he said balls are moving crazy.
The balls are moving crazy. Bro, that shit was.
He said his
good.
balls are moving crazy, which is the
Not
most
gonna lie.
wild thing maybe ever been said.
That
here on the
voicemail, that voicemail been living rent free in my brain all weekend.
Oh, it was an unbelievable voicemail. It
between
was
that
one of the all-time
voicemail-
greats.
It was between that voicemail and a couple things that took place in the Discord that just made my weekend, man. So
Facts.
again, if y'all not a part of the Discord, I keep saying it, but some of y'all don't listen, man. You are missing out. It is a part of the NYY Underground experience. The Discord
Correct.
is another part of this experience that we cannot give you here on YouTube. We can't give it to you on the Apple Podcast, Spotify. It's its own thing, and if you're not a part of it, you're missing out. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Horny V.
Feel the dark side.
He comes out every now and then. He has to. It's just,
He
you know,
just
it's,
said,
it's
no,
in
no.
it's in my contract now.
You can't keep them contained.
It's in my contract that it has to come out every now and then from Pablo Lopez. Nasilia says hard-headed Puerto Rican. Sorry. Okay. Hard-headed Puerto Rican. Okay. All right. Well, folks, I think we're going to wrap this episode up of DS because in just about an hour, me and Kev will be calling the game.
Yes, sir.
Yankees, Angels coming on up. Game season live, baby. We got it for you. It's going to be phenomenal as always. When is it not phenomenal here at the U, folks? It's kind of just what we
Don't
do.
miss.
Appreciate you guys. Smacky that likey, hitty that
Oh.
subby, and Francis Lee. Take us on out.
Before I take us out, I do want to send thoughts and prayers to a member of our community here, our brother Oski.
See.
Personal situation, private, so I won't say that live, but I just want to say to all you guys, my prayer warriors out there, if that is something that you guys do, just keep Oski and his family in your prayers right now.
Thanks.
Going through a tough time and could really use it. But shouts out to him. That's what we do in this community, man. We look out for one another. That being said, I want to make sure y'all smack that damn likey on the way out because we delivered an episode of The Ages for y'all this evening, and it's not done on the U. Make sure you tune in an hour from now for Game Season Live with my brother Kev and Pete on the call. It's going to be amazing. And keep it locked and stay tuned, man, because y'all already know the next episode will, in fact, be the best episode. Salute to our service members who gave the ultimate sacrifice, man.
No doubt about it. And ladies and gentlemen, as you already know, we will never come whack on a designated Spittaz track. Peace out, ladies and gentlemen. Much love. Catch you guys a little later. Peace out.
Yeah, stretch me out of man, let it drip. Both sides, switched up out of